Ladies and guys who keep saying that girls are rejecting them. Andy here, author of the best Tinder guide on the internet. This is the GoodLooking Loser show. Let's fucking go. So, straight up, people misuse the word rejection. I hear guys all the time saying, I went out, I got rejected by like 19 girls. And I'm like, okay, what happened with those girls? Like, what did they actually say? Did they tell you to fuck off? Did they say you're ugly? Like, did they say, no, you're gross, go away? Like, how did they actually reject you? And they'll say like, oh, she was really sweet, but like, we talked for a bit. And then when I said, can I get your number? She said, I have a boyfriend. And then I'll say, okay, well, like, how many of these girls said that they had a boyfriend? And they'll say like, okay, well, out of the 19 that like rejected me, 15 said they had a boyfriend. And then there are a couple that were like on the fence maybe, but they didn't give me a number. They said like, no, thank you, but have a nice day. And I'm always like blown away by that. Cause that's not getting rejected. You're misusing the word rejection. You're twisting a girl who just isn't available. You're twisting that into a rejection of you. You're saying, I got rejected. That's your exact phrasing, not she didn't want to sleep with me or she wasn't available or she had a boyfriend. That's not what you're saying. You're saying, I got rejected. You said, I went out and got rejected by 15 women or 19 women or whatever it is. No, you didn't get rejected. She didn't reject you. She's not rejecting you. She's rejecting your offer. And there is a very big difference. You personally didn't get rejected. Your offer was rejected. You went and said, do you want to, essentially you said, do you want to sleep with me? That's kind of the implication when you say, let's get a drink and, what's your number? The implication is, do you want to sleep with me? Her saying, I have a boyfriend or I'm not available or no thank you, that's a rejection of sleeping with you. It's not a rejection of you as a human being. You didn't get rejected. She didn't reject you. The reason that this is important, this isn't me just arguing semantics and being autistic or something. The point that I'm arguing or the point that I'm making here is this shit is very important because the stories that you tell yourself in your head make this either a nightmare-induced fucking hurricane of misery and torture on one end. That's what or you could make this really fun and I go out and I hit on girls, I have fun, some of them are nice to me, this is good, yeah, I'm exploring, I'm socializing, I'm learning how to meet women, blah, blah, blah. You can make it fun or you can make it miserable. And if you go out and say 19 girls rejected me, you're going to make it fucking miserable. If you go out and say 19 girls just weren't interested in my offer or just turned down what I offered them, then that's not a rejection of you. You can keep going. You could run that numbers game forever because you don't feel personally rejected. The only time you are personally rejected is if a girl says to you, you're fucking ugly. You, as a human being, are disgusting. Get away from me. That's a rejection. Of course, that's a rejection. That's rejecting you in your soul. Or her saying like, no, you just shouldn't even be talking to women because you're just like ugly and ugh, why are you even bothering? That's a rejection, sure. That's a rejection. That will almost never fucking happen. Unless you are morbidly obese and you look like trash and your hair is just a mess and you're 80 years old and you're gross and you don't wash and you don't wear cologne, maybe that will happen sometimes. But girls are not rejecting you. They are rejecting your offer. Or they're not even rejecting your offer. They're just not taking you up on your offer. Stop looking at it like a rejection or a turning down or a failure or, oh my God, she said no. It's none of that. She just wasn't available or she wasn't interested in what you were selling. Because at the end of the day, this is a numbers game. This is a sales game. You are walking up to women. You are saying, do you like this offer? Would you like to sleep with me? Would you like to go and grab a drink with me? If she says no, she's not saying no to you. She's saying no to that product that you sold her. If you had walked up to her instead and said, hey, I just moved here. I don't really know anyone. You seem kind of cool. I'm sort of looking for like friends to hang out with and stuff. Because I really don't know anyone. Do you think maybe we could like swap numbers or something? And I don't know, like you can introduce me to your friends or something. Because like that'd make me feel like really cool. Because like I said, I just moved here. 99.999% of women are going to be like, yeah, sure, that sounds really nice. Here's my phone number. right? You're the exact same person, but you are offering something different. And now all of a sudden, go and run that experiment, by the way. Go and try that. I have done stuff like that before. I know other people who make friends that way, especially at university. You just go around to a bunch of people and say, I don't know anyone. Hey, like, would you like to be friends with me? Or can we be friends? 99.9% of people say yes to that. And nothing changed except the offer. You didn't change, the offer did. So now you're not getting rejected, as you call it, but you're still the same person. The only thing that changes is the offer. So sometimes girls will say yes to a certain, and I'm not telling you to change your offer, by the way. That's not the point of this. But the point is, you wouldn't then say, if I change that offer and say, would you like to sleep with me? And they all say no. Oh, that means they're rejecting me. No, they're rejecting the offer. They're just saying, I don't want to sleep with you. But if you had said, do you want to be friends with me? They all would have said yes. Yeah, sure, I'd love to be friends with you. You're the exact same person. They're rejecting the offer of casual sex with you, either because they have a boyfriend, they don't like meeting people that are on the street, they don't like, strangers on the street introducing themselves to them. They think that's weird. And so they'd never have sex with someone who does that. She's in a bad mood that day. She's on her period. She doesn't feel horny. She just got her heart broken. She just isn't in the mood for love right now. She's too focused on her university. She's too busy with her job. She only meets people through social circles, and you're just a stranger on the street. There are so many reasons that a girl will turn down your offer when you walk up and ask for her phone number to grab a drink. But those aren't necessarily reflections on you. So stop taking this stuff to heart. Stop assuming that a rejection of your offer is a rejection of you, because it's not. Stop even calling it a rejection. It's not even a rejection of your offer. It's the opposite. She didn't take you up on your offer. She didn't reject your offer. She didn't say yes to it. That's a very big thing. She doesn't say your offer is shit. That would be a rejection. Her saying, no, that's a shit offer and no one will ever accept that. No girl would ever go for that. That's a rejection of the offer. She's just saying, I personally don't want that offer. And then the implication is, but go out and tell it to other girls. Go and offer that to other people, and some of them will say yes, which they will. This is a numbers game. So stop looking at it like a rejection. It's not. She just didn't say yes to your offer. Plenty of other women will. And stop counting the fucking rejections that you get. That is not good for your psyche. All you are doing is focusing on the negative. You're going to make yourself miserable. You're going to make this a miserable experience, and you're going to quit. You won't go and hit on the 500 girls necessary to get really good at this, maybe 1,000 girls to get really good at this. You won't do that if you count the rejections, because that will be, guess what? 980 rejections and maybe 20 girls that sleep with you. And you will obsess about the 980 rejections and go like, well, this is fucking miserable. Like, instead of seeing it for what it is, no, she just didn't want this offer, but the next girl might. And looking for that next yes. Go out seeking that next yes. Stop counting your fucking rejections because you're driving yourself insane. You're going to make yourself quit and focus only on the next yes. Almost ignore the no's because they don't matter. You don't know why she turned down your offer or didn't take you up on your offer. You have no way of ever knowing. I can give you a list, and I'll leave a link in the description below to 2 articles that GoodLookingLoser wrote on why girls turn or don't take you up on your offer. He's written a list of like 200 different things, and he even says, this is just a short list that I just came up with off the top of my head. There's 500 million other reasons why she might not accept your offer. So stop obsessing about the girls who don't take you up on it and start obsessing about the girls who do. Start looking for the girls who do. Start remembering the girls who give you a phone number. Focus on those. Only focus on those. Do not focus on the ones who don't, because they don't matter. Anyone who's in sales will tell you that. The no's do not matter. The people who don't take you up on the offer, you just say like, all right, enjoy the rest of your day. See ya. And you move the fuck on immediately. Immediately. You have to give yourself closure immediately, as soon as you fucking can, within 5 seconds if you can. Now, that's something you'll get better at over time. You won't be able to do that immediately, but you need to be giving yourself closure as soon as possible. Move on to the next one. Look for that next yes. Stop obsessing about the rejections. They don't even exist. They're just a figment of your fucking imagination. Oh my God, all these girls rejected me. No, they didn't. They just didn't take you up on your offer. And that is a very, very different thing. Now, go out there and crush your goals.